What? How was I killed? The cunning terrorist was just waiting for me from the car. As you can see on the screen, he was not visible at all. This is just the first of 50 positions I will show you. This video will be as useful as possible, so enjoy. So, you've been pelted with smoke and flash drives, and you realize that the terrorists are heading for A. What do? You stand in a corner and play Tetris. This is what it looks like. I didn't even expect a player to be there. Without moving too far, you take the default position, create space for yourself according to your reaction, and wait. I think everyone knows that you can watch the palace from the box and the connector, but not everyone realizes that you can see the player's head in the plant from the same box. How else can you knock out a plant? At first glance, I don't see anyone, but jumping on the dumpster, the terrorist who was hiding behind on the plant is already in my sights. If terrorists come out of the pit, you can pick them out by jumping on this box. Almost every time they come out, smoke is thrown at A, which covers the jungle. How do you resist this? A boost from your teammate, and the problem is solved. From this position, you can control both the short and the sniper in the window. You can see him perfectly, and he can only see your head. This boost has been used repeatedly by professional teams, and it's not surprising, but be careful not to get caught in the crosshairs of an enemy AWP. How do you take out a player waiting for you in the kitchen? The answer is on the screen. Instead of going inside, as you always do, jump to the corner and check if someone is standing at the door. Do the same with the hole in the jungle. Don't go in right away. Check to see if anyone is waiting for you. A great way to get out of a hole is to stand in a corner, climb up, and see if a player is looking into the hole. If he is not there, jump further and take the enemy to the stairs. As you can see, the model is not visible at all. Ask your teammate to stand on the bench, then jump on it and implement the AWP. Unless, of course, your hands fail you. There is another setup that will allow you to control the pit. Have you seen the player? I didn't either, even though I knew he was standing there. To realize this move, again, you need a teammate to help you up, and you can see the apartment perfectly. Is the smoke on the short? This is a great opportunity to unexpectedly reach the player by climbing the fence. You have placed a bomb. What is the right way to wait for the players from the kitchen? Hide in the corner. You are almost invisible. Without moving away from the rack, climb it. Firstly, it gives an unusual off angle. And secondly, you can shoot through the window. You won't even be visible. What do you think of this life hack? You can check the stairs through a small gap. It is difficult to kill someone from this position because the accuracy on the ladder leaves much to be desired. But if you make a landing, hundreds of times in 1-versus-1 situations, the enemy comes out of CT. How to counteract this? Jump on this box and meet him first. While waiting for players, it is important to know about this gap in the crate through which you can kill an opponent moving to shift. But the second gap, unfortunately, it is not shot through. When you run into the palace, you may be in for an unpleasant surprise. There are many positions to check, and this one often fades into the background. Use it. Are you still here? And you haven't liked it yet? Oh, the penalty is a subscription to the channel. I use this way out all the time, and I recommend it to you. The probability of killing a T player is much higher. Of course, this position is a bit hackneyed, but it is cool. It's a window where you can jump in with an easy strafe. Try it 3 to 4 times and you will definitely succeed. Did you want to go to B, but the smoke got in the way? Use it to your advantage. Jump on the floor lamp while you are not seen. Once the smoke clears, it's time to act. An unexpected position on the short near the arch. If you have AWP and went to B, use these boxes. It's safe and the enemy is perfectly visible. Terrorists often choose a mainstream position that everyone expects. Why? Because they don't subscribe to me. I'll show you the countermeasure. We jump on the blocks and get out of this off angle, a very unusual planting under the carpets. With 100% probability, they will not wait for you, who is sitting on the ladder, if the accuracy is 0, right? But be sure to stock up on smoke. If you run out of the apartment, you can jump on the chimney above the B plant. With the help of editing magic, we are already on the Inferno. We climb up to the second box. From this position, you can play as you like. Stand anywhere, and the enemy will not wait for you. In addition, there is a hole through which you can see the passengers. The position behind the column was very popular in CSGO because in the previous version, you could sit here solo. In CS2, it's less popular, but still very strong. Sitting on the mailbox allows you to see the EPS. I've used this position in every game since I learned about it. And what do you think? I've never been outplayed, it doesn't look great, but in combination with the MP9, it's a real imbalance. The Chief didn't expect it at all. The following positions that I will show emphasize how important it is to use all possible objects on the map and how much they will give you an advantage in a duel. We jump on the same mailbox and hide behind a flower. I like the second position better. I use it very often. We climb on the pallets that are on long. In addition, you can quietly go down without making a sound. The same is true in the middle. I think you have understood everything yourself. It's a small thing, but look at the difference between a regular peek and a peek from the red box. Thanks to the step, you can use the AD buttons to view apartments and shorts. Even if you are seen, no one will have time to react. And in this way, you can control the apartment by maneuvering between the slates on the canopy. I use a battery to throw deep smoke and choose an angle, aligned with the doorway in the far corner of the room. In fact, in most cases, players wait for the boiler in this way, but I got some kind of genius. In any case, he did not expect to see me here. When you go into a sniper duel, be aware of this move. Using the boost, you have a much better chance of winning. Just like in the apartments, you can use your teammate to unexpectedly meet a player in a pit. A great off angle on film A behind the column, oriented by the car. It will be quite difficult to see you. A place on the prison where you can take long. Let's go back to the pit. There is a barrel there that you can use and watch short. You are thrown with grenades on a banana. Ask your partner to give you a lift. From the same place, you can safely jump on the visor and wait for the enemies in solo, while the other one will go around the church. The same setup can be realized on long. When playing apartments, know that you can take such an angle. Of course, if you have a safety net on short. Of course, I couldn't avoid this position. One of my favorite places on the B plant, namely behind this column. It is not red so much, and you can approach the enemy from both sides, which is definitely a big plus. You don't see anyone, right? And there are 2 players waiting for you behind the fountain. I don't know how practical it is, but it looks impressive. Of course, it's not as impressive as your subscription and like. Thank you all for watching to the end. See you soon!